What's up, YouTube? Capital G here, round 10 feature match. Truth be told, guys, I was not going to record any more matches until the finals, but look at this fucking match, guys. I just 100% had to record this. People need to know we got the kid, the one and only. Is that him? Is that the young Zodiac prodigy in person, Alexander CIMOOOOOO, going up against the living giant, the myth, the motherfucking legend, one William Billy Brake, hailing from Texas. I believe CIMOOOOOO is from Vegas, baby. This should be an amazing match. We've got Zodiacs versus 60 card Infernoids, which is, he has some Zodiacs in there as well. And I believe I saw a video this morning. I woke up early this morning and I saw a video by the JRB0 and he was talking about how CIMOOOOOO made day 2. I kind of got the impression that they ran like the same build, or that maybe they bounced ideas. They might have even actually like co-built CIMOOOOOO's build of Zodiacs, but that's just speculation. I know they were out eating and they were kind of celebrating and I was like, hell yeah, CIMOOOOOO's about to make day 2? That's what I'm talking about. So all right, so looks like Billy opened up with Rapier. He made Wild Boar. Then he went for Broad Bull. Looks like he's going for Tiger Mortar, which is, of course, my favorite because I was born in the year of the tiger. Oh, we got the Maximum C. All right. Yeah, we got the Max C. We got those. Let's go, CIMOOOOOO. You know what, guys? I'm going to try. Like, I want to stay neutral in this in this video because I really do like Billy Brake. He's probably, I don't know if I have a top 5 favorite Yu-Gi-Oh players, but he's one of my favorite Yu-Gi-Oh players. But I always say, like, I'll never say anything bad about CIMOOOOOO because he subscribed to me on Twitch. So I'm a little torn here. Plus, you know what? As a fellow YugiTuber, like, it would just be awesome if you see a YugiTuber. This is basically like Attack on Titan, you know what I mean? This is like Eren taking down a Titan, but not in Titan form. Like, Billy Brake is this colossal champ who has won like 4 YCSs, and if he would win YCS Seattle, this would be completely unprecedented. Then you've got CIMOOOOOO, the young upstart. YugiTubers are kind of known as lesser players around the Yu-Gi-Oh community. Like, this could be something that is very big. All right, so Billy Brake has some decisions here. You know, do I stay or do I go? Looks like he decided to stay. He doesn't summon anymore. Doesn't want to give CIMOOOOOO a bunch of cards. We saw how that didn't really work out in his favor versus Jeff Jones. The problem is now he kind of has an awkward field. Now, CIMOOOOOO does start out with a normal summon with Tail. And he could possibly knock out like maybe over half of Billy's field. Like, I see a way of him easily getting around 2 of those monsters. And, you know, the 2 Rapiers, if they, or Rapiers, excuse me, I keep mispronouncing it. The 2 Rapiers, if they go to the graveyard and Billy Brake is not able to recover them, I guess it's not the worst thing because he is playing Infernoids. Like, him losing his Rapiers is a lot less consequential than CIMOOOOOO losing his. All right, so it looks like he has Broad Bull. I think it is really amazing how big of a deal Ghost Ogre has become. I think I underestimated that card originally. I saw people, you know, talk about how Ghost Ogre was like a good card, and I was like, this is okay, but it's really, really, really become like, I want to say the second to Maxi. Maxi is obviously the undisputed king of hand traps, but I mean, it feels like it is really knocked off Effect Veiler as, you know, that number 2 spot. And then we have, obviously, we got like Ghost Ash coming out and Maximum Crisis, so you know that'll be another one. All right, so Rapier gets banished, and where does he, you know what, honestly, I believe that my eye spots a Vanity's Emptiness, and I'm thinking maybe he might want to go there and just try to play like the control game, because I don't know if I don't really think Infernoids are known for a bunch of normal summon beaters. Obviously you have Decatron, but you know, just in general. All right, so second Rapier is Gonzo as well. And CIMOOOOOO is walling up, baby. Great Wall of China, build the wall, Donald Trump style. All right, he's got My Body. What else he got down? Double D Barrier, which I actually don't think is that good in this matchup. He has Torrential Tribute. Again, I could not be happier that that card is back in the meta. I love Torrential Tribute. You guys, if any of you guys ever played like the second half of the Zexal era, that one format where Konami put Torrential Tribute at 2, one of the most fun formats in history. Starlight Road was amazing. Overextension was punished so heavily. The format was fucking awesome. All right, so we see a Trident summoned. Billy Brake obviously can't immediately try and pop the Trident because CIMOOOOOO will simply chain his Trident, and he won't have really gotten anywhere. But I don't know. I feel like this is kind of, I feel, as crazy as this is, I feel like I'm not sure who has advantage. I want to say that Billy slightly has advantage because those D barriers just shouldn't be good against this deck, to be honest. And I don't know. I feel like he might be able to get where he needs to go to a little easier than CIMOOOOOO. Will CIMOOOOOO simply chain his Tridents on? Yeah, I'm wondering if he changed his Trident or does he use the D? Oh, the My Body is a Shield. I didn't see. Okay. The My Body is a Shield. I thought maybe he would just chain his Trident, but giving up the 1,500 life points. Now this one takes me back. Oh my goodness. For newer players, you probably never see. The last time I think I saw My Body as a Shield actually being played, I want to say back in the GX days with like 6 Samurai. Like when 6 Samurai used to like summon 3 monsters at a time, and they were just like, we are not losing to Torrential, so we'll just My Body that and kill you. All right, Interrupted Slumber, and oh, okay, so CIMOOOOO fires back with the Vanities, and the reason why I thought that Billy was at advantage here, even though CIMOOOOO had a whole bunch of back rows, I still don't think the D barriers are that good for CIMOOOOO, and I thought that maybe, I thought that, I didn't think his Trident was going to live. I thought both Tridents were just going to die. Like, but I guess he had 2 counters available. And the good thing is he got to use the My Body as a Shield before resolving the Vanities. Oh, are they ruling that it still gets destroyed? And that that's unfortunate. Oh man. Wait. So Vanities doesn't stop the, okay. So Vanities, I guess Interrupted Slumber has to try and fully resolve as much as possible. So I guess it just destroys both monsters. But then it obviously tries a special, and Vanities is like, no. Oh, wow, that's unfortunate for CIMOOOOO. I thought that, I wasn't sure how that ruling worked. All right, so there is Barrage. But I kind of felt like Billy was closer to being able to get his Infernoids on board because CIMOOOOO doesn't really, like, he only has 1 card in his hand. So he kind of needs to get a Barrage, or he needs to get like a Rapier. No, I think his card in hand is Rapier though. Maybe I'm just lunching. Yeah, okay. I think he might actually be pretty close to getting where he needs. I guess the deciding factor will simply be the I guess how effective he can use the D barriers. I mean, obviously, I think one of them right now should be fairly good because it appears that Billy has already committed his normal summon and that CIMOOOOO should be able to lock out 1 play with D barrier. I think he'll probably wait for Billy to commit to the extra deck. This way he doesn't have to worry about taking battle damage this turn, unless Billy just attacks, with the Whiptail. But I don't know. Do you just attack with Whiptail in the 3 back row? I mean, I don't think Zodiac's playing any battle traps, but it's like, I mean, maybe you probably just succeed. See if you can get more damage out of the 1 attack. And then if he tries to go for that more damage, then obviously CIMOOOOO can kind of go over the top with the D barrier. So here's basically where it is, where if CIMOOOOO plays the D barrier, not only does he stop the Wild Boar, and actually he would lock him into, I would, dude, you gotta pull it before he makes Tridents. He's not using the, CIMOOOOO not willing to use the D barrier yet. See, if you let them make Trident, then, they have their Trident locked and loaded during their turn. Waiting with CIMOOOOO. Oh, you know what? Oh, I know what CIMOOOOO is doing. I'm dumb. CIMOOOOO is waiting for Billy to overextend. CIMOOOOO has Torrential Tribute. Oh, okay. I think CIMOOOOO's playing. He's slow rolling this. Okay. For a second, I'm like, why is CIMOOOOO not flipping the D barrier? I think CIMOOOOO's trying to use Torrential Tribute so that he can come over the top with Rapier or Rapier next turn. That's what I think he's doing. He's letting Billy overextend and think that he doesn't have anything. Like, I think he wants Billy to summon as many monsters as Billy desires. I think he wants him to summon an Infernoid, to be honest, to use up some of the resources maybe in his hand. All right, so you see a normal summon of Whiptail. I wonder if that will force out the Torrential Tribute, or if maybe he wants him to try and Ixie. I think now is a good time to Torrential. He has committed his normal summon and some appropriate cards in the extra deck. Will that be the Torrential? Come on, CIMOOOOO. You know you want to. CIMOOOOO's looking at his cards. Oh, he decides not to. Okay. Back at it again with the white sleeves. I swear, guys. Pink sleeves is where it's at, man. Got to get those Majin Buu colored pink sleeves. All right, so he's just going to go to battle phase. And even though he will take a little bit of damage, I think Torrential could have blocked that. Obviously, Billy Break will, in main phase 2, probably go for Tridents. I mean, you don't just keep a Whiptail on the field. Like, I don't think you do that. It doesn't make a lot of sense. Oh, maybe not. Maybe he's just putting some more resources into his Broad Bull, and he's just gonna pass. I see that as, oh no! Twin Twister during the, oh my goodness, the main phase 2 Twin Twister. Does he hit the torrential? Oh, I think he, oh my goodness, I think he hit the torrential. Oh, baby. Billy Break showing why pros are pros. Holy moly. That was an excellent Twin Twister, and CIMOOOOOO has been thoroughly blown out. All right, then he activates Void Banishment, the Search Feast. Oh no, I think this game is possibly over because during, obviously during Billy Break's next turn, he's going to be able to just load up his field. He'll be able to send the Void Banishment to the grave. He'll be able to get Onoku. People were roasting me for my pronunciation of Onoku. He'll be able to get Devyati, and I don't know if I see CIMOOOOOO coming back. He lost his ability to Torrential Tribute there. That was huge. I think maybe he could have done that on the Whiptail Summon, but now he's kind of sitting on the D-Barrier, which do you side out D-Barrier versus Zodiac Infernoids? Because like right now, the D-Barrier like doesn't do anything against this big field of like double Decatron stun, plus I guess the other Infernoid. Like it just doesn't really do anything. I mean, I guess you can make the Broad Bull like 0 attack and defense, but that's assuming, Billy Break even lets you resolve it. Billy Break can obviously just negate the activation of the Dimensional Barrier. Yeah, I thought maybe CIMOOOOOO thought that Billy, like I did, he thought that he would go into Trident main phase 2, but out of nowhere at the end of the battle phase, he hits him with the Twin Twister. I don't think anyone saw that coming. And yeah, I was thoroughly shocked. That's a bad pun. And CIMOOOOOO scoops it up. He knows he's not coming back from that. That Torrential Tribute, I think that was, wow, that was some high level play right there from Billy Break. And looks like they will side it up, and we will see where it goes from here. Interesting enough, so this is the third game I've seen Billy Break play so far in this tournament, and I have not seen That Grass is Greener yet. I know that some people were giving him slack, saying, oh, 60 card decks are bad, but I mean, if he can get this much, if he can play this well and get this much advantage and get that type of field presence out of not even activating That Grass Looks Greener, then man, I don't know. Seems like the 60 card deck is pretty good. He's main decking Max C's. You know what I think? I think these new Infernoid versions don't even run Reasoning anymore, because it's just like with the Zodiac engine, people will just call 4 and it just like fucks it up. So yeah, I don't even think, like, it's not even worth the 1 Reasoning unless you're just running like pure Infernoids with maybe no Maxis and stuff like that. I see CIMOOOOOO with Artifact Lancia, I believe that was on the bottom of his deck. Maybe he'll bring in some Sanctums. I think he has his thumb on a Solemn Strike. It's some sort of secret rare, some sort of secret rare trap. It looked like it could be a Solemn Strike. CIMOOOOOO doing a little side out. Both players shuffling it up. Billy Break doing a 10 pile shuffle. CIMOOOOOO is doing an 8. I know this isn't the most entertaining of commentaries, but it's in between them shuffling, or it's in between the matches. I prefer to do the 8 card like CIMOOOOOO. Some 10 is just like too much. I don't even know what's going on at that point. It's like too many piles. I feel like 4 on the top, 4 on the bottom is enough. 3 is not enough. Sometimes my cards are like still kind of mixed up. I remember this old story. First time I ever topped a regional, after I was 7-1 with Black Wings, and after the round 8, they took our decks for the top 8, and we were going to play the top 8 match, and they gave us our decks back. They did like a deck check, and they were like shuffle your decks, and or people will say, they were like, oh yeah, you should shuffle your decks after they give you them back, and I did like 1 shuffle, and I opened with like 5 Blackwing cards. I was like, what the fuck? They didn't tell me they were going to do this to my deck, but I still ended up 2-0ing the Lightsworn guy that I played in top 8, but it was actually kind of crazy. All right, so it looks like game 2 is going to begin. CIMOOOOOO has at least on My Body as a shield, some sort of trap card. I can't identify what it is yet. Is My Body as the shield, is that a card you really want turn 1? I mean, I know it does stop Interrupted Slumber and stuff like that, and I guess opposing Tridents, but not really sure if that's a card you want in your opening hands. I feel like you'd rather just have cards that help you go off. So what are you going to do here, CIMOOOOOO? I think he has a Terra Top. I think I see, yeah, he has Terra Top. Okay, I was going to say, I think I see green in his hand. If you're seeing green in Zodiac, it usually means Terra Top. All right, Terra Top into Take Tumberg, and looks like he brought in Anti-Spell Fragrance as well. I see at least 2 copies. There's Sakai-Tenberg, and oh, CIMOOOOO's got the max C and a D barrier. He left in D barriers. This is looking like a really good opening hand. The D barrier, I don't really care that much about, but I really care about the My Body as a Shield and the max C. Like, those are the two cards, because CIMOOOOO could possibly draw into like a Solemn or something like that to get him another defensive card, and he should be able to set himself up pretty well. The question is, does he play like the Bearman combo? If he has the Bearman combo, I mean, this could just be broke. I believe, I'm not sure exactly what Billy had. I know he had a couple of Infernoids in his hand. Just sizing up the little bit that I did see with the hands, I would say CIMOOOOO is at a distinct advantage. Like, I don't want to say this is a free win or anything like that, because it's still Billy Brake, still an amazing player, but just so far, judging by their opening hands, I would say CIMOOOOO's in a commanding position, because Billy has no way of stopping anything CIMOOOOO's going to do. Oh, I think he, no, okay, I was going to say, I think he does play the Bearman combo, because he was getting his search, and I was like, he is not normal summoned yet, and if he has Bearman, he gets 3 draws, and he already is adding that to a max C, so that would just be really good. See the anti-spell fragrances, okay. I still have mine. It's a card that just honestly, who made it? Somebody made a video about a card. I think it was Team APS of like cards you should always have. I feel like anti-spell fragrance is kind of in that mix. You should kind of always have like 2 anti-spell fragrances. All right, so CIMOOOOOO will probably go for Daigusto Emerald to give him an extra draw and kind of put his resources back in his deck. And let's see if that's what he goes for. And then maybe I think that you exceed for Trident over the Broad Bull, and you pretty much just set your My Body as a Shield, you set your Dimensional Barrier, and you call it a day. Whoa, is that Steel Swarm Roach? Oh my goodness. Is that the Steel Swarm Roach? Whoa. Holy moly. When was the last time we saw that card? Like, was that when like Heretics were a thing or something? Like, wowzers. Don't remember seeing that in a very long time. Wait a minute, can you not kaiju? Because like, can that thing negate kaijus? Like, if he tries to kaiju the Trident, I have to read. Man, it's been a long time since I've seen Steel Swarm. I know it only works on like inherent summon, so like it didn't work on Dragon Rulers, which was one of the reasons why it did obviously kind of suck with Roach. But it was a really good card against Heretics because they are all fucking inherent summons, so it kind of wrecked that deck. It's been a very long time since I've seen Steel Swarm Roach, and if you guys don't know, obviously, what's it called? Infernoids, the big summons are all they are all like inherent summons. So he does have a kaiju, so I think we might figure this out right now. Ooh, Harmadeek. Okay, Harmadeek has the ability to blow up a monster. And will he use the... Okay, so yeah, Harmadeek has the ability to blow up a monster without attacking that turn. 1600 attack, 0 defense. The question is, does he use the the Trident? Does he use the My Body as a Shield? CIMOOOOOO has 2 ways to answer this card. It's just going to be interesting to see what he does. He does opt to use the Trident. Okay, fair enough. I guess he wants to save My Body for maybe mass removal. Oh no, here comes Petrulia. Oh, this could mean that one of his back row cards could get popped. Will he hit the D barrier though? That would be the wrong card to hit, unfortunately, for Billy. He has no way of knowing, honestly. Because I mean, I still just don't think D barrier is all that great in this matchup. Oh, he hits the My Body. That's important. Oh no, he can go for the Trident. Or excuse me, yeah, he can go for the Trident now that he has the wrap here. And even so, Petrulia is level 4 as well, so he can go for all types of plays here. I wonder if maybe... I wonder if you're CIMOOOOO, do you maybe just flip over the D barrier now? Do you max C? Because he still has the max C, guys. I think you might just D barrier and call it C now, and just pray that pray that Billy Brake does not have any more Xyz, or excuse me, any more like Infernoids, because you want the Roach effect, but he only has 2 cards in hand. I think you risk it. I think you flip over that D barrier right now, you call it C, and you just cross your fingers, because Petrulia cannot attack anymore, and he will have no ability to synchro summon. So I don't even think that you let him go in his extra deck. I think you just call it right now. Make him keep the rep here in attack mode, ram it over or run it over next turn. Billy does have a kaiju, which obviously is not going to affect CIMOOOOO's decision because he doesn't know that. But the kaiju can't do anything. Like, even if he kaijus his field, it's like CIMOOOOO still has 3 cards in hand. Well, CIMOOOOO's his not going into Well, his not going into or not flipping over Dimensional Barrier, will that hurt him in this match? All right, so he brings out Wild Boar. CIMOOOOOO gives him the okay, says, I have no response to that. Because I feel like the more you let Billy dig in his deck, I kind of feel like the worse it is. The fact that Billy only has 2 cards is why I would flip that D-Barrier over immediately. And it looks like he's going to... I think CIMOOOOOO wants to max C here. Okay. Yeah, it looks like he is going to max C. And I believe that will give him another Rapier from his deck. But CIMOOOOOO will get a card to replace his max C. Because I kind of feel like the D-Barrier is going to get forced out anyways. Actually, that's not a Rapier. I think that's a Whiptail. Yeah, I think that might actually be a Whiptail. And I think, because I kind of feel like he might go for like Utopia the Lightning. And even if you like D-Barrier at that point, he'll just run over your Roach and it'll die for free anyways. When if you flipped over D-Barrier, like Billy Break literally has no other plays and his turn just ends. And I still don't think D-Barrier is all that great against him, but he has been exceeding up a storm. And I don't think you want him to get Dryden out, because if he gets Dryden out, D-Barrier is useless because, yeah, Dryden can pop, obviously, during Billy's turn. I mean, excuse me, during CIMOOOOO's turn. So it's like, I really think that the point should just be not to let him get Dryden out. And here comes Dryden. But then again, I guess CIMOOOOO will get to draw cards at the same time. So yeah, I guess it kind of works out for CIMOOOOOO in that regard. And maybe keeping the face down is just kind of worth it to him. You know what I mean? Even if he just kind of making it so like Billy doesn't know what it is. All right, no, actually, no. Billy decides he's not going to go into Dryden. Okay, now he decides he is going to go into Dryden. CIMOOOOOO will draw his card. It's a Thoroughblade. And looks like he's just going to go Battle Phase into Dryden's. So CIMOOOOOO will eat 1,600 life points for his damage, I believe. I guess the good thing is he did get to keep his copy of D-Barrier for another turn. And obviously Billy's not summoning any Infernoids this turn, because if he does summon Infernoids this turn, that just really wouldn't make any sense. He would just be giving CIMOOOOOO even more cards, and obviously he's not going to kill him this turn, so it doesn't make any sense. Okay, so what just happened? Okay, so I believe that Billy, they're telling him, I guess he couldn't have gotten, okay, so here's what I think happened. I think Billy activated the effect of Rapier to get another Rapier, but instead he got like Whiptail, and I guess he couldn't do that. Okay, well, I mean, shit, I didn't catch it, but hey, shit happens. Looks like the judges did catch it. Okay, judges on point. See, this is all I'm saying. If you got 2 judges on the table, like I just kind of expect them to catch stuff like that. I'm just a commentator. All right, so that really changes the play a lot, because you have to keep in mind that Petrulia cannot attack, and the Rapier can obviously, he can exceed into like I guess I don't know, a Cast-L or something. But the thing is, if Billy does that, he's just giving CIMOOOOOO more cards, and he's obviously not going to kill him this turn. So you know what I mean? It would just be in CIMOOOOO's favor at that point, especially if he draws like Raigeki and he could just blow up all abilities, because it's pretty clear Billy Break doesn't play like My Body as a Shield. And Billy says, I don't care. I will keep special summoning. And he is going to give him a lot of cards. And it appears he is not stopping. He shows him the Whiptail Search from Broad Bull. Okay. And where do you go from here if you're Billy Break? I feel like your field isn't really that strong. I mean, you have Dryden, but that's like basically it. I feel like CIMOOOOOO has like 5 cards in hand, and I feel like Billy's field is highly crackable through like 1 card potentially. Now, what the back row is from Billy Break, I didn't see. Now, CIMOOOOOO is drawn into double anti-spell fragments, which is not very helpful. I mean, don't get me wrong, Billy has not activated like any spells from what I can tell. Like, I mean, he still probably has the barrages and everything else, but like actually the anti-spells are better than CIMOOOOOO knows, or no, he probably knows. He knows that Billy Break hasn't activated any spells. The problem is he has 2 copies of them, and you don't want anti-spell is not a card you want 2 of. In this format, I actually think anti-spell is kind of like, I feel like it's a little brittle. just because of every deck being able to like normal summon a Zodiac and instantly go on the Trident kind of makes it just so easy to pop, in my opinion. So CIMOOOOOO has, I believe, what do we got? Like 6 cards in his hand. He has a full hand, basically. I wanted to say a full house, but that, I don't even think that pun's applicable here. Still has the Steel Swarm Roach fighting a good fight. Roach can attack over Petrulia. He does probably want to get rid of the 2 Zodiacs, though. All right, so there's Thoroughblade. Do you discard a Whiptail, maybe? He does discard a Whiptail, and he draws... I don't know what that is. That looks like a Mage Power for some reason. It has to be Barrage. It's a tanky, okay. I'm like, what card is that? Do you search out another... Okay, that's what I was thinking. Maybe you just search out another Whiptail. Because Whiptail is like the only card that you can search and you can like use it immediately, even if you've already committed your normal summon. Even if it's already like, if it's in your hand, you can still like do something with it proactively because obviously you can equip it. But I think CIMOOOOO's goal here should be to make 2 Xyz and to basically clear Billy's entire field. Because if he does that, I don't see Billy coming back. The cards that Billy Break has are just not going to get him there. Now, if he happens to rip like... that grass looks greener, it's a different story, but... Okay, now, what does this card do? CIMOOOOOO has to read it. I don't know. Hold on, I'm going to have to turn it up because I have no idea what that card does. It says, 1 per attack. When an opponent's monster declares an attack, pay up to 1,000 or pay 1,000 life points to get the attack. During your opponent's turn, you can banish this card from the graveyard. Your opponent cannot attack directly. Okay, so it like negates an attack. Billy did have to pay 1,000 life points. That's an interesting card. What? Okay, I've never actually seen that card like played. During your opponent's turn, you can banish this card from the graveyard. This turn, your opponent's monsters cannot. Oh, I see. He's doing it because if he mills it, he can make it. He can make it like a threatening roar from the graveyard. Monsters can still blow up his monsters, but they can't attack directly, so he can't die. Oh, that's an interesting card. Wow. Market Watch, guys. Card to look out on. Expect Market Watch tomorrow. Okay, that might be the that might be a card right there. Pay 1,000 life points, negate. I've never seen that card. I mean, obviously I know about Swords of Revealing Light, old school Yu-Gi-Oh! I know about Swords of Concealing Light, but that one I don't really know about. Now, it is obvious that CIMOOOOOO can blow it up with Trident if he chooses. But we'll see. We'll just have to see where he goes. Looks like he is going to go for Wild Boar. And, okay. Does he want to use the effect? Does he want to overlay? Well, he can't use the effect. Does he want to overlay into, like, Tiger Mortar? Okay, so he does overlay for Tiger Mortar. And I think he's not even going to use Tiger Mortar's effect. There he is. Okay. I thought maybe he'd use Tiger Mortar's effect, but I guess not. All right, so he's got a lot of materials on Trident. Basically enough to like rip Billy's field in half, but Billy does have that kaiju, so CIMOOOOOO better start popping stuff now. Like, don't give him time to recover. Petrulia goes down. That's the most important card because CIMOOOOOO does have 5 in the back row, and even the Tenki does have a little bit of importance because, you know, don't ever underrate 100 attack. The question is, does he want to use Trident? Anti-Spell Fragrance comes down, which actually is not very helpful. He may think it is, but it's not. Let's see. Billy has a Void Imagination. Actually, isn't that a spell? Yeah, I guess it is a little helpful. It's more helpful than he realized, I guess. He's got a Kaiju, which is pretty just not going to do much of anything. And then he has that Whiptail, and I'm not sure what he's getting out of Whiptail either. All right, so Trident is summoned, and... could we see a Trident trade here? I don't think I see any My Body as a Shields for CIMOOOOOO. Pretty sure he has 2 D-Barriers set. Actually, no, 1 D-Barrier and at least another copy of Anti-Spell Fragrance. It will be interesting because this sword card has made a little bit of a... it's made a big impact so far. Normal summon from Whiptail. Oh, nope, he's not going to normal summon. He's actually just going to attach. It's just going to attach it to his Trident to give it another material. He pops the Anti-Spell Fragrance, and does CIMOOOOOO just simply chain another? I think CIMOOOOOO should just chain another Anti-Spell Fragrance, maybe. Because it appears he's trying to detach. Okay, so Anti-Spell is blown up, and CIMOOOOOO says, I'll chain another one. All right, so CIMOOOOOO actually getting some value out of that. And looks like he's trying to pop Roach. I wonder if maybe what CIMOOOOOO's going to do here is play D-Barrier and then chain his Trident so that his Trident will resolve before the D-Barrier. He chooses not to. Because yeah, wouldn't his Trident on the chain resolve before? Like if he changed his Trident to the what's it called? I guess. Oh my goodness! Did we just see a tribute summon for a Kaiju? Now hold on, did he normal summon? I thought he normal summoned Whiptail. Hold on, I thought did Billy Break normal summon Whiptail that turn, or did he summon that some? Oh no, wait, no. I don't think he normal summoned. I think he attached. Oh my God, we see a tribute summon for a Kaiju. What fucking planet is this? All right, so we have just seen it. Yeah, okay. For a second, I thought Billy normal summoned twice, but he didn't. I don't think he normal summoned the Whiptail. I think he just attached it, and he already had the two Xyzs. They just didn't have any materials. So he actually normal summons a Dogeron. Okay, I don't think I've ever seen anyone do that. Normal summon a Dogeron using double Zodiac Xyz monsters? All right, that's a new one. I was like, what are you doing with your Kaiju, Billy? You can't do it. Like, yeah, I guess you could. It is still a monster that is able to be tribute summoned. I've never seen that before, so. Okay. Now, Billy Break is pretty much out of resources right now. He does have the Void Banishment set, but he doesn't have a hand, and he's no closer to that Grass Looks Greener. Even if he were to draw it right now, it wouldn't really help because he has to wait a turn to set to play it. Let's see, where is CIMOOOOOO going to go with this? It is actually amazing that Steel Swarm Roach has lived that long. I mean, for me, the last time I saw a Steel Swarm Roach stay on the field this long, I mean, I'd have to go back to like Generation Force. It's just not a card that you really see in Yu-Gi-Oh anymore. All right, so as long as CIMOOOOOO has at least one Trident left in his deck, he should be able to just blow Dogeron up. I think he kind of needs to figure out a way to recover some resources here, so that he doesn't like burn himself out, because obviously he hasn't made Dagostal Emerald yet. So, and I think cards like Max C aren't very good right now because Billy Break doesn't have much of a hand or anything like that. Even Terratop could be decent because he could go. Well, I guess no one really runs. What's it called? Oh no, CIMOOOOOO must be out of Tridents. There's no reason why he would put, I believe, Speedroid Terratop face down unless he was just out of Tridents. And I think that Billy just picked up a Void Imagination. Oh no, yeah, okay, it must be another copy of Banishment. I think Imagination and I think it's literally the same card. I think one is just the OCG name, Void Imagination. Yeah, I think, or maybe in the OCG it was called Void Dream. But I think he drew the same card as what he just activated, and I think he will discard the one that he just activated. Actually, you can send this card to the graveyard. Oh no, this is the fusion summon one. Okay, I'm thinking of the other one. I'm thinking of the frozen one. Oh, and he activates Dimensional Barrier calling fusion. That's the one that summons Sierra, and you can use resources from your deck if your opponent has an extra deck monster. Very clever, CIMOOOOOO. He obviously flips over that Dimensional Barrier, and he calls fusion summon. All right, so he's going to attack over Terratop, and he still does not. Oh no, CIMOOOOOO has drawn a third anti-spell fragrance, and the first one hasn't really helped him that much. And he honestly, oh man, he does not know that Billy has another copy of Void Banishment. CIMOOOOOO has got to find a way to get that damn Dogeron off the board, like now. I don't know what those cards, I think that what are they? Are they just like random Zodiacs? Like he has to find a way. I don't think, he has not gotten anything out of that, he hasn't gotten anything out of the Steel Swarm Roach. Like, it has not gotten him any value this game. All right, will we just see an attack on the face down, and that's a Whiptail? He must just be out of Xyz, like out of Zodiac Xyz anyways. Activates another Void Banishment. CIMOOOOOO can do nothing. And looks like, oh man, CIMOOOOOO's just in a rough position. He activates the Void Feast. This could be it, guys. I don't see any cards that stop Billy Break from doing what he wants to do. Once he resolves the Void Feast, you guys know that he's just able to make that big colossal board. He has the biggest monster on board in the Dogeron that he actually tribute summoned for, and the anti-spells haven't helped that much. The Roach hasn't really done that much. I thought originally he was going to make that Gusto Emerald just to get resources back, but hasn't panned out for him that well. All right, so this time he goes, I believe that's 1, 3, 4. Yeah, I think he went 1, 3, 4 to get his 8. Has Harmadique, oh, you know what he wants? I think he just wants removal. I don't even think Billy Break wants to attack. I think he just wants to have Petrulia and Harmadique just blow cards up every single turn, just pop, 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 pop. So that he can just, because he has to be sensing that CIMOO is not in a strong position. CIMOO's just setting cards and he's not doing anything. And I think that he realizes, I'm just going to systematically take your board out. I don't really have to put much aggression on you. I don't have to attack into a Mirror Force, or he can just attack. I guess that's also... Wow, Billy Break coming through the clutch, guys. I was rooting for you, CIMOO, and I think he definitely played good, but it just seemed to be an instance where he drew too much of his side cards, and he didn't get the recover. You know what I mean? Zodiacs are a deck that can explode, then they recover, then they explode, and it's basically just a cycle. And he exploded, but he was never able to recover. So he was never able to explode again. Like the turn 1 board that CIMOO made was pretty much all he ever had. And everything else. That summon of Dogeron, though, like that's a pro play, guys. So hope you guys enjoyed that. I'll probably just be back with the finals. Anyways, if you guys did, please give the video a thumbs up. Let me know your comments in the comment section below. Thank you guys for watching as always.